Raytheon has successfully demonstrated the next generation strike and reconnaissance missile system for the U.S. Navy. The NGSRI, next generation strike and reconnaissance missile, is actually designed to enhance long range strike capabilities, provide advanced reconnaissance functionalities. Obviously, there's going to be a bunch of performance standards here across a handful of different operational environments, right? Lots of testing, lots of validation. What are going to be the challenges here?
Yeah, Raytheon, I mean, they know how to build a good missile and make it fast and make it gets the distance. I think the biggest challenge they're going to have here is making sure that they manage the headache of a missile in freezing Arctic waters to desert sandstorms without turning this thing into $1 billion firework. We've done plenty on missile defense systems, and we've looked at the entire cost of that. I mean, these missiles are super expensive, so you don't want that kind of all popping away just because of environmental conditions. So we're talking about hardcore testing, serious double check validation, triple check validation, and making sure that the supply chain doesn't fumble a single bolt or circuit board along that journey to make sure you hit your distribution deadlines.
Yeah. It really comes down to testing in all those different environments, which all over the globe, I mean, there's a ton of them.
Yep.
Making sure it's working in every scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I always think of, in manufacturing, I always think of it basically, it's kind of like baking a cake, isn't it? The nightmare is making sure that it doesn't melt, making sure it doesn't freeze or explode when you're trying to serve it up. In this case, we're going to need a guarantee that every part, from the guidance system to the warhead, functions perfectly, whether it's dodging icebergs or it's kind of navigating sandstorms.
Yeah. So what pieces of the critical threat are going to be the most important to pay attention to as you're ensuring that?
I think in order of design, engineering, simulation through manufacturing, I think you're going to start out with requirements traceability, making sure you've got that traceability all the way through to quality management certifications, making sure that is in place, end-to-end, seamless, and bi-directional to make adjustments. Then I think we're looking at, once you've got that in place, you're going to have to validate, you're going to have to simulate, making sure you've got your advanced modeling and simulation tools to test that missile's performance in various environments that we talked about, without actually launching 1,000 missiles for practice. So you want to get your simulation doing all that. That's a few $1 billion down the drain, if not. And then lastly, supply chain management integration, making sure you got seamless integration with all of your suppliers for the components, like the sensors, like the guidance systems, like the propulsion systems, making sure you've got real-time updates on those parts, their availability, making sure there's no delays, last-minute scrambles, to find some kind of GPS module that hasn't arrived yet, so you can actually finish off the manufacturing. So a lot of good stuff to happen.
Yeah.
Next one.